My name is Lisa. On April 27, 2007, I had a busy Friday planned. I had my coffee in hand, I was heading to a networking meeting, and I had a ton on my schedule. At the networking meeting, my body had different plans for me, and I collapsed. I had a subarachnoid hemorrhage. A lot of people don't know what that is, but they do know what a brain aneurysm is. Luckily, someone within the theater called 911. The response time from the ambulance was immediate. I was rushed to Salem Hospital, where I was evaluated, given a CAT scan, and it was decided that I should go to OHSU. There I was taken on another ambulance ride, which I remember vaguely, but I know that I was treated with respect. There was even a little bit of laughter. I spent 15 days at OHSU. I had 3 surgeries, and I'm not supposed to be here. The importance of calling 911 when someone has an incident is time matters. Whether it's a stroke, an aneurysm, or a heart attack, every second counts. 50% of people that have aneurysms don't make it from where they land. The 50% that make it to the hospital, they die. And the 50% that survive surgery have brain damage. I don't have any of that. I'm here because compassionate, skilled professionals took care of me, and I'm very grateful. The reason I'm here today is someone made the right call. If you're ever in the situation where someone's in need, make that call. Time is of the essence.
Hello, my name is David, and I will be your host of this presentation of Make the Right Call. While I and the many emergency medical service providers throughout the Salem area hope that you never experience a medical situation similar to Lisa's, unexpected medical emergencies require the use of 911, and a quick response could make the difference in saving a life. However, some situations may not require the use of a 911 at all and could potentially limit resources for others in the community. Today we are going to discuss the importance of learning to make the right call when approaching any medical situation in order to ensure that the proper level of care is provided. Topics today will include judging between a non-emergency and emergency situation, how to best communicate with 911 services, and how to properly use an automated external defibrillator or AED. By learning to make the right call, you will be able to assist in a medical situation and help first responders provide medical assistance. You will also better understand how to conserve medical resources for the entire community. An emergency requiring 911 services is defined as any immediate, unexpected, and out of the ordinary medical situation in which a person is at significant risk for harm. These are situations that you are not fully equipped to handle on your own and require professional medical services. When approaching a situation, keep this definition in mind as you decide how to respond. Let's examine a recent Oregon case involving a real 911 call made in response to a non-emergency situation.
February 3, 2014, 19:25:02.
911, police, fire, medical.
Yeah, we got a problem here. My wife is struggling in her jacket, can't get it off.
She's struggling in her jacket?
Her jacket, I want a 911 up here immediately.
Okay, is she not breathing, or?
She's all right. She just can't get her jacket off, ma'am, and I'm about it.
Okay, so you want the fire department to come take care of it?
Somebody to help her. Yeah.
Okay, can you cut it off of her?
No, I don't want to cut it off. It's a nice jacket. They can get it off. The zipper's all screwed up.
Okay, and what's your address? Okay, and what is your name, sir?
I'm her husband.
Okay, I'll send somebody out there. Thank you.
Will the ambulance be screaming or something, or what?
No, I'm not going to send them lights and sirens. You've indicated your wife is not having any trouble breathing or anything.
But how soon will they be out here?
As soon as possible.
5 minutes? 10 minutes?
I don't know, sir. It'll depend on traffic. It could.
Well, where will they come in from?
Well, I'm not going to send an ambulance. I'm just going to send the fire department. So they'll be coming from King City.
Oh, that's right across the street from us.
Perfect. Okay.
You'll send them out?
Yes, sir. You've asked me
you.
to. I'll send them. Bye.
This incident would be considered a non-emergency situation that probably didn't require 911 services. In this situation, let's ask a few important questions. Was this situation immediate, unexpected, and out of the ordinary? Not entirely under this context. While this situation may have been of immediate concern and unexpected for the husband and wife, it would still probably be considered by most people to be a normal, everyday problem and not a true emergency. Was the person at significant risk of harm? No, the husband never indicated to the 911 operator during the call that his wife was at significant risk of harm as a result of the situation. Did the situation require professional medical assistance? No, the husband could have easily handled the situation himself using resources he had at home. While this situation would be considered a non-emergency, not all situations will be as easy to evaluate. It's always better to call 911 if you are truly unsure about how to respond to a situation. However, please remember that not everything is for 911. If you can effectively handle the situation yourself, don't call 911. While 911 will do their best to provide the proper response or recommendations to any problem, knowledge about the severity of a problem will not always be perfect. 911 during a non-emergency call could over-respond to a situation, resulting in unwanted medical expenses and diverting medical services away from people who may really need them. Make the right call. Use 911 resources only in an emergency situation. To show how to evaluate and to respond to an emergency situation, we will use a dramatization of a possible emergency that a person may encounter at home or at work. Please remember that responding quickly to an emergency could make the difference between life and death.
Lizzie, I'm so glad you stopped by today.
Me too, Dad.
I never get to see my daughter as much as I want to.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Oh, I have a really heavy weight on my chest.
Can you breathe?
It's hard.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
You may be having a heart attack. I need to call 911.
Probably a good idea.
Hello, 911? I think my dad may be having a heart attack. Yeah, he says he's having trouble breathing and he's got a really heavy pain in his chest.
Using our definition of an emergency situation, we could conclude that this is indeed a true emergency. Let's ask ourselves again some important questions. Was this situation immediate, unexpected, and out of the ordinary? A heart attack can strike without warning and demands an immediate response. It can be suggested the woman's father has never experienced heart problems on this level before. This definitely meets this criteria. Was the person at significant risk? Yes. The woman's father appears to be experiencing an incident that could put him at risk for other medical complications or death. Did the situation require professional medical assistance? Yes. People experiencing a heart incident need access to medical services that only true medical professionals in ambulances and hospitals can provide. Because this is truly an emergency situation, an immediate call to 911 is critical to obtain the assistance necessary to ensure the survival of the patient. Now we will discuss how to properly communicate with 911 operators. After calling 911, you will be directly connected to a 911 operator who will ask you a series of questions. In any medical emergency, you should be ready to provide the 911 operator with some basic information about the current situation. You will need to be able to explain the what, where, and who of a situation when calling 911. What? Be able to explain to the 911 operator what the current situation is and what has happened or is happening to the person, and if any other people are in danger. Be as specific as possible. Where? Be able to tell the 911 operator where the emergency is taking place. A street address and the name of the place you are located is the most helpful information to provide. While a 911 operator will be able to determine your address if you're using a landline telephone, they will not be able to determine your exact location if you are on a cell phone. If you are truly unsure of your exact location, use landmarks or other context clues from your environment to give the 911 operator an approximation of where you are. Who? Be able to provide the 911 operator with as much information as you can about the person involved in the emergency. If known, make sure you're able to provide the descriptions such as name, age, gender, physical build, current health problems, current medications, or any other relevant information. Another important part of handling an emergency situation is knowing what first aid resources you have around you and how to use them properly. 911 will ask you what resources you currently have and will often have you use them until the emergency responders arrive. In this scenario, the 911 operator will most likely recommend the use of an automated external defibrillator or an AED to assist the patient. An AED is valuable in situations in which the heart is not beating at a normal, stable pace. Because of the importance that a successful use of the AED can play in helping a person experiencing cardiac arrest, we will now demonstrate proper use of an AED.
Good morning. My name is Victor, and I'm a paramedic in the city of Salem, and I'm here today to help you make the right call. When you see an emergency, the right call is 911. We have somebody down. Let's call for help. Bob, come. I need the AED. Here's an AED. Know where it is. When you open the door, it'll make a noise. It'll alert others that you need help. Take the AED, go to where it's needed, run fast, and call 911. Thank you. Call 911. Make the right call and get help. When you get the AED, turn the button on. It'll give you directions.
Call for help.
Call for help.
Pads from package in back of unit.
Here are the
Apply
pads.
to patient's bare chest as shown.
Take a pad. It says on the front
Apply
chest.
pad to
Slap that
patient's
pad
bare
on.
chest as shown.
Take the next pad. It says the side of the chest. Rip
Apply
that
pad
off.
to patient's bare
Slide that
chest
pad
as
on.
shown.
The
Analyzing
AED.
heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient.
The AED will take it from there. It will analyze. Then you can start CPR once it analyzes.
Analyzing.
It's analyzing.
No shock advised.
Make the right
It is
call.
safe to
Make
touch the
sure. Has
patient.
911 been
Check
called?
Airway.
911 is
Breathing.
called.
If needed, begin CPR.
Start CPR. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hard, fast, deep. Do CPR. CPR saves lives. Know where the AED is, you can save a life. Remember, citizen CPR is hands on the chest only. No breathing, hands on the chest. If you learn citizen CPR and you learn how to use an AED, you can save a life, and you too can be a superhero.
After communicating your emergency with 911 services, follow their medical recommendations about how to best assist the person until help arrives. Remember to remain calm and provide assistance to the person to the best of your ability. After paramedics arrive in an ambulance or fire truck, follow the instructions they provide. At this point, the people involved in the emergency situation have done their part in making the right call, and now emergency medical care can be turned over to medical professionals. Because this woman was able to make the right call and properly respond to the situation using the help of the 911 services, a person's life was able to be saved. Here are a few key points to the video to keep in mind. An emergency is defined as any immediate, unexpected, and out-of-the-ordinary medical situation that you are not equipped to fully handle on your own, in which a person is at significant risk if a professional medical assistance is not provided. Not every situation is an emergency requiring 911 services. However, don't hesitate to call 911 if you are truly unsure. 911, to the best of their ability, will provide you with recommendations and responses based on what they can determine about the current situation. Be able to provide the 911 operator with what, where, and who of an emergency situation. Perform first aid to the best of your ability using the medical resources you have around you, such as an AED. Know where the AED and other resources are located. Follow any instruction 911 provides and remember to remain calm. Learning about 911 resources and how to best utilize them to respond to an emergency situation is critical in caring for the medical needs of members in your community. We would like to thank you for taking the time to learn about how to respond to an emergency, and if you are faced with any unexpected emergency situation, remember, always make the right call.